Hi everyone, it's me again. I thought of something and I wanted to share with you guys. The story that I want to talk about is in the book of Exodus chapter 32. Backtracking it a bit, the Moses is in the mountain, that is Mount Sinai, and he's there for 40 days and 40 nights getting instructions from the Lord. One of the things that he's getting from there is the 10 commandments. On this other side, he has left the children of Israel with Aaron as their leader, and Aaron is supposed to take care of them and make sure that they're fine until Moses comes back. So we are told that they wait for Moses, and we know, reading it, it was 40 days and 40 nights, but these people did not know it was going to take that long. But anyway, they waited and they waited, and when Moses was not coming back, they were scared. They were like, oh, okay, Moses is probably dead. What are we going to do? We don't have a God. And so they told Moses, Aaron, you please make an idol for us. And we are told that they forced Aaron, and Aaron was like, okay, give me your jewelry and all that, I'll make an idol for you. Okay, like there's so many things I can talk about in this story, because like really, like you don't have a God, and so you want a God, you want something to be made for you. And I think it's because of the tendencies in Egypt. They'd been in Egypt for 430 years, and the Egyptians worshipped all manner of idols. The god of the sun, the god of the rain, like anything and everything. They had that. So I think that rubbed off on the people of Israel. And so they asked Aaron to do this, and Aaron actually fashions an idol for them, the golden calf, and they start worshiping the calf, and they sing and they dance, and they're so excited. They're like, oh, children of Israel, this is your God, the one who brought you out of Egypt. And God sees it. Of course, God being the one who sees everything, sees what is going on, and tells Moses, go, like these people have messed up, they're doing whatever. And he tells Moses, I'm going to kill them. Moses like, God, please, like, like you can't do that, like these are your children, not what people say. So anyway, Moses comes down and he is so mad until he ends up breaking the 10 commandments. And he's like, guys, why would you do this? And so Moses was like, who's on God's side? Those on God's side went on one side, and then the rest went on the other side. And Moses actually instructed those that were on God's side to kill everyone that had worshipped the idol, and all of them were killed. So the main thing about this story is, when Moses is in the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights, God is actually, apart from the 10 commandments, God is actually telling him about a tabernacle that they were supposed to build, and telling the description, you need to do this, you need to do that, and all that. But on this other side, the devil has decided to deceive the Israelites that they are alone, and therefore they need something. So of course, God knew, God being God, he knew that these people needed a representation, like they needed something, they needed a place of worship, so to speak. So he was actually making plans for that. But instead, the people of Israel became impatient, and they're like, you know what, let's just do something, we need something, and we need it now. They could not be patient, and so they ended up messing up, because we know from this story so many people died because of what they did. They didn't have to do that if they had only waited on God. And that is something that I get out of that. The enemy is very crafty. He knows what we need. As much as God knows, the enemy also knows. And sometimes he comes before. He acts very fast. So while God is coming, God comes at the right time. But as we wait on God, the devil comes very fast and deceives us, and we jump and we go, because we're like, if we don't do this, you're going to die. Because seriously, where were they going for that? So anyway, again, it reminds me of the story of David and Saul. The people of Israel went to Samuel, and they're like, we want a king. We want a king, and we want a king now. Of course, God knew that they needed a king. Of course, God was working on that. But what did the devil do? He came and deceived the people, and they're like, we want it and we want it, so that he could thwart the plans of God in their lives. And that is what that's what the enemy does to us over and over again. He knows what we need sometimes, and he also knows sometimes the plans that God has for our lives, and he will bring a counterfeit to just distract us and make us not get what God will want us to get. So I just wanted to encourage someone today. Hold on, continue waiting on the Lord, pray and ask him not to allow you to fall for a counterfeit. Pray and ask him to give you the patience that you need to wait on him, to wait faithfully, to continue trusting him until he brings deliverance, or whatever it is that you're trusting him for. Let us not entertain the enemy. Let us not allow him to take away what belongs to us. Like, he will give us a 1%, he'll give us 1% where God gives us 100%. So may God really help us to be diligent enough to wait, to continue trusting him, to continue praying until we see that which he has in store for us come to pass. Be blessed.